Today I went out to explore some of the nearby streets around my apartment that I've seen, but that I haven't spent a lot of time visiting. They're just a little bit outside the tourist area in Da Nang, and I like the more local feel that you get here. I like exploring these little narrow streets. You get a little peek at everyday life in Vietnam, Da Nang in this case. And I always stumble across some hidden little coffee shop or cafe that's fun to relax in. Get a little blast of air conditioning. I'm just sweating and soaked through my shirt. I hate that. But it's kind of the way things are. So I can do about it, but get the shower. Get some haircut here, or a little brain surgery that looks like. Actually, not really. They need ears. A little bit of everything here. Household items. I do some shopping at places like this sometimes. Got my broom here, got my mop here, dishes and other items for the kitchen. I got just about all the basic stuff you need if you're going to stay here long term. A coffee shop looks like a good idea. Nice and cool, shady. Let's see what we got here. Well, they got the fans on in here. It feels nice. Some eclectic furniture choices here. I like the look of it all. There we go. Thank you. So they made my cafe soda right here without the cream, just by mistake. So I took a big swig of that. and that will wake you up. I'm here to tell you. I asked them about the cream, and they kindly brought out the milk for you to mix up, so everything is good. You go to areas that the tourists don't frequent, and you get some staff that doesn't speak English like they do in those areas. It just makes it more fun for me. And a smile and a little head bow will get you really far in a situation like that. Okay, let's see how that tastes. Ooh, just thought that would be good. Orange juice and coffee. Your breakfast drinks all in one glass. I'll take it. This place looks like an old French colonial building, like you would find in Saigon somewhere. It's really nice. A nice vibe here with the sort of courtyard cafe thing going on. So after a little walk up the Toyota stairs, see a different view. You can see the balcony. All of this patina. I think that's all. It's a great old building, though. Really cool. Looks like they partner up with a restaurant over here. Well, that's that. Killed them both. I'm a fan of that orange juice and coffee deal. Try that again. So just a minute ago, right before I got to this street and started the videoing this little walk to get back to my apartment, there was a guy who spoke English on a scooter across the street from me. He had been shopping, I guess, and he was loading his bag. And he said, "You're like flies on shit," with the intention of saying it loud enough so I would hear it. I think he saw my little microphone, hold on, that one right there, and assumed I was one of those horrible YouTubers. And that I somehow was making his life not so good because I like to make videos, take photos, and share them with people. I hope for the better. I mean, I like to think I inform people or educate them or whatever about the places I travel to, not just Da Nang. What's the problem with YouTubers? And what does this guy think he needs to tell me or anyone else? I don't think he counted on me speaking English or walking across the street to address his concerns. It was mostly polite. At the end of the day, I encourage people to do what I'm doing without bothering local people, without getting in the way, please. Just being respectful of everyone. To me, that's a given. It shouldn't even need to be said. And guys like that can just either shut up or find someone who gives a fuck what they think and tell them. It's information I shared with the gentleman. First negative experience I've had making videos for a couple of years. I'm not really a hardcore YouTuber. I just do it for fun, really. And it doesn't come from a local or a person who lives in the country that I'm videoing or visiting. It comes from an English speaker. A bit of an accent. I'm not sure it was from the United States. Maybe from Europe somewhere. Anyway, fuck that guy. Let's move on. If you're headed this way from the United States, where healthcare is expensive and prescription medication is included in that, some good news is that you can often get the same medications you pay through the nose for in the US with insurance here in Vietnam for a fraction of the cost. My example, one prescription that I continue to refill here for about $5 US a box of 50 pills or so, is one that I paid hundreds for in the United States, and that's with insurance. It's the same brand name, same box, just cheaper. It's smart to have a prescription from your healthcare provider in the United States, so schedule that visit before you leave. And make sure you can get the maximum number of pills, for example, or whatever the medication is, and a 90-day supply or even more. Bring that prescription with you, either a hard copy or a digital version. I keep all that stuff on Google Drive. But I was only asked one time if I had a prescription, and I said yes, and that was good enough. Trilogy is a new restaurant near my apartment. They're working through their soft open, but it feels pretty polished to me. I've stopped in before for coffee, but I ended up coming back for dinner this time. I like the vibe. It's casual but upscale. I ordered some pan-seared steak because it just looked too good on the menu. With pesto pasta, and it hit the spot. The steak was great. But what I remember really is the pasta. It was creamy, loaded with herbs and cheese. It was really good. Their location is perfect. It's just outside the main An Thuong tourist area. It's an easy walk from the nearby hotels. I think the food is what really makes this place stand out. The portions are generous, the prices are reasonable, and the vibe hits that sweet spot between upscale, bistro or something, and relaxed neighborhood spot. The staff here are all friendly and attentive, and they're clearly building some relationships with the regulars in the neighborhood. Trilogy has space for events and a working area on the second floor, so it's a nice place to hang out too. So I'd say whether you're searching for a good coffee, a great pasta, pizza, or just a great place for an upscale dinner, this place checks all the boxes. If you enjoyed this one, please like and subscribe. It really helps. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you on the next one. And be sure to click the bell to be notified when it's up.